Okay guys, it's step number 5, now showing the plan. And this is when it becomes very exciting. It also very emotional for a lot of people because now it's the time where you're physically in front of your prospect on your contact list. You already contacted and invited yourself. You're probably at the person's home or business, or maybe they met you at a Starbucks or whichever it may be. And now, kind of the jitters set in. What is this guy going to think of me? Am I going to show the plan and he's going to kind of laugh at me or whichever? And I'll tell you guys, there's one thing I want you to feel comfortable with. There are millions of people in the network marketing space. About every less than 8 seconds, a brand new home business is built. So apparently, when you think about it, there's a boatload of people on a daily basis joining this business. So don't ever assume something about the person's thought pattern, because when you assume, you understand the assumption makes an ass out of you and me. So at the end of the day, show the program, be proud of what you have, and you'll see the rewards kicking in big time. So now you're ready to show the plan. So the way I like to do it is I like to place my laptop or computer in front of the person. I have the program embedded into my computer, or at least I know that I have internet. So you never want to go there and not be prepared. So be prepared mentally, physically, emotionally, and obviously understand technology as well. So there's a lot of whys: emotionally, physically, mentally, and technology. So make sure your technology is in order. So when you have that iPad or laptop up, before I even press play on that video, guys, I have a paper and a pen in front of them. And this is where the premeditated feelings come in. So I tell them, listen, Richard, this is a person that we contacted and invited, obviously, in the step prior to showing the plan. I would say, Richard, I appreciate you taking the time. Like I said, I'm not going to be more than 20 minutes. It's a business that I got into. I'm very, very serious about it. There's a couple of business partners in mind, and I like using the word business partners instead of associates because it just sounds better. It sounds a little bit more business-like. So I have a couple of business partners of mine that have been involved in this business and this industry a little bit longer than I have, and have created massive success in the tens of thousands or even hundreds of thousands of dollars a month in this business, and I want to be there a lot sooner than later. So the reason why I'm showing you this is because your credibility and your openness will mean a lot to me. You're going to see things that I haven't seen, and that would value my business a whole. So I'm going to press play. Before I press play, I need you to put your seatbelt on, because you're going to get pretty excited for me, and hopefully it might be something legitimate for you as well. But at the end of the day, I want to put this paper and pen in front of you. I want you to write down every question, concern, comment, anything, what you love, what you hate. It does not matter. I want you to watch this video. It's about 13 minutes long, and I want you to give me your honest opinion. And I'll be honest with you, I'm not going to answer any one of your questions. It's not because I don't know the answers. It's because my business partner, and this is where it gets into the credibility part and the edification part. My business partner, let's just say it's Bob Quintana. He's been in this industry for a couple of years. He's a smart businessman. This guy is literally making a fortune. He makes more in a month than people make probably in a year or two. And I would love for him to answer the questions that you're going to have while watching this video. And the reason why I want him to answer it is because I'm also learning. And there's certain things I'm pretty sure you're going to pick up that I haven't seen or I haven't related to. And when Bob answers those questions for you, my business partner, I'm also learning. So you'll be doing me a favor. If you can do me a favor and pick up Bob's call. Greatest guy in the world, family man, local guy. He lives pretty close to me, and I'm pretty sure you guys will kick it off. So if you can do me that favor, and from there we start the process of pressing play. And when you press play, do yourself a favor. Do not move your face off of that video. Do not get up and start answering phone calls or text messaging. You have to be responsible for your business. You have to understand the person next to you is the first time that they've seen it. While you're watching it with them, be emotional with your face. Don't be emotional vocally, because you don't want them to miss anything. So when you see something like the solar part or the money part, whichever it may be, say, look at that. That's amazing. So be emotional, be creative with the way that you show this business. The people sense you. People sense who you are. People sense how you're reacting to this business. And they say, well, what's the longevity of this person sitting next to me? He's just trying to bring me in and he's going to leave me alone. So excitement sells when you contact and invite. Excitement sells when you show the plan. So guys, do you want to make a boatload of money in this industry? Be excited. Show the plan. Be committed. Stay the course. Watch the video. Even if you've watched it 1,000 times, that's what we get paid for. By remaining excited, watching videos, and giving the respect to the prospect that's sitting next to you, and watch your business explode. So once that video is over, you're going to tell them, okay, listen, I see that you have a couple of questions. Like I said, let me get Bob on the line. Now, let Bob know, obviously, that you're going to be showing the plan at a specific time, and if Bob doesn't respond, and try to reach somebody that would fit the match with that prospect. But let's just say Bob understands that by 7:30 p.m. between 7:30 and 7:45, expect a call from Ralph that I'm going to be sitting with a prospect. So I would call Bob and say, hey Bob, I'm over here with Richard, good buddy of mine. He's a principal of a school, great dad. I've always admired him as a leader in the community, very ethical, very stand-up guy, and I can't say anything negative about Richard. Richard just saw the video. He seems very excited, and I'm very excited for Richard as well. So Bob, if you can do me a favor, I already told him all about you. If you can speak to Bob, he has a couple of questions, and I keep my mouth shut at the point. Bob and Richard speak. Within a couple of minutes, Bob ends up the phone call. It's time for me to close the deal. So closing the deal is super important. So I would tell Richard, to say, Richard, so what do you think of Bob? Isn't it great? He answered your questions. Listen, I'm going to be taking this business to a whole new level. I'm going to be creating success for my family and a future and build a fortune in this industry, Richard. So at the end of the day, I want you to be a part of this. And if you do it with me, I'm going to hold your hand, we're going to lock arms, and we're going to build a fortune together. So if you're ready, I'm ready, Bob, Richard. So let's get this thing done, and don't be afraid to close the deal.